boys. In this episode, I'm going to be changing the transmission filter and transmission fluid on my 99 Chevy Astro. This is Project Bad Astro. It's a lifted all-wheel drive minivan, lock and rear diff, diesel heater, roof fan, lithium battery bank with Renogy DC to DC charger. A bunch of stuff in this thing. It's really cool. Check it out. Now, before you start this project, I'm going to show you what you need to do. These things came with two types of transmission pans. You know what pan you have. So there is my transmission pan. Do you see how it's not all one level? It has this dip down right here. This is what's called a deep pan. So if you don't have this dip down and it's all one continuous surface, you have what's called a shallow pan. I have the deep pan, so you need to get a deep filter. So just be warned on getting the shallow versus the deep pan. Should be pretty straightforward. I think we're just going to start taking bolts out and drop this thing. It's probably going to create a mess. So there's a couple bolts on the back edge. You leave these till last, and you're supposed to unscrew them about 4 turns or so. So I'm going to try and do that. I have a wobble extension on here because it is kind of tight. Now we're going to try and make a mess. Just slowly crack this. Alright, so now we need to pull the transmission filter, which I think just twists out of here. There we go. And we need to get the seal out of that hole. Alright, so this is what this turned out to look like. I had to hammer this out with a small pick and then a screwdriver, and then I could grab it with some pliers, but that was super annoying to get out. Also, I broke whatever this little flap of something is. Hopefully that's not important. We're going to throw it back together and see if it works. Alright, we ran out of daylight again, and I'm just inside here with the transpan, and I'm going to show you how to drill this out for this universal automatic transmission drain plug. Now, one thing you have to look out for when you install this thing is you have to be cognizant that there's going to be a bolt about yay high sticking up inside your pan. So you want to drill it where it's going to fit and not interfere with things. I think where I'm going to put it is right next to this guy. So when I'm under the van, the shelf is in the back, okay? So I'm not going to put the drain plug up there because it would leave all the fluid in here. So I want to put it in the lower part, but right where I wanted to put it, where I thought it would have no interference at all, is where this big bump out is. So I'm just going to put it just behind that, like right here. Originally I wanted to put it just to the center of this first bolt hole and kind of in between here. So we're going to go for like right here and hope it works. Alright, it's next day, so I cleaned the hell out of this pan. We're going to throw it back in, and then I have some new ATF to throw in it. So what I read was that if you put the bolts in, the rubber gasket will kind of hold the bolts in place, so you don't have to put them all in once the pan's up there. So we're going to try that. Alright, there she is. Drain plug installed. We're going to tighten that right here because I didn't tighten this with a tool yet, but Now it's time to go put in some fluid and see if it leaks. Alright, so I forgot to film an outro. This whole video was filmed about 6 months ago and about 7,000 or 8,000 miles ago. I have not had any drips, so that thread sealant that I put on the transmission drain worked pretty great. What I really don't understand is why GM didn't put drains in the pans in the first place. It just seems idiotic to me. They save like, what, 30 cents? But now that there's a drain on it, I can easily drain and fill the transmission multiple times, because when you're actually just pulling the pan and the filter, there's still a bunch of fluid in your torque converter. So if you're supposed to do your maintenance, what you're supposed to do is drain it, fill it, drop the pan again. It's just annoying. So put in a drain, and yeah, if this helped you out, leave a like and a comment. Cheers, dudes.